But I have to, we have to hold this closed or like nothing happens. So down the street. Okay, testing.
Yeah.
You go. Oh, look at us. Great things are already happening. This is a test, so I appreciate everybody asking, helping me out. All right, what is 1 million cups? Great coffee, connections, empathy, experiences. We bring 2 presenters up every week. They come for 6 minutes, they tell you about what they're working on, how it's going, and what's something where they're stuck. The great thing about this is they're not pitching, they're not trying to sell you anything. If you're presenting, you're not pitching, you're not trying to sell anything. But it's an opportunity for us as an audience to say, what can we as a community do for you? And that's what makes 1 Million Cups so special nationwide, is this, after our presentation, this ask of what we as a community can do for you. And just the greatest things happen when we ask that question to somebody who says, well, you know, I am stuck on this, or I've been working on this for a little while, and I'm kind of trying to figure it out. People have come to present to the 1MC audience about the direction their business should go, top on marketing, sales strategy, staffing. Yeah, people need networking and fundraising, introduction, and all the rest. But this group, right, this audience every week is a different sort of profile of entrepreneurs and small businesses. And we've experienced some of these problems before, or we've seen these things before, and we say, yeah, like, have you thought of this? Or I introduce you to so-and-so. And that's it. So we're going to call 2 presenters up. They're going to tell you their story. We're going to ask what we as a community can do for them. We'll have a little bit of dialogue and feedback, get you guys caffeinated, and back to your day. And you won the coin toss.
Yes,
so
sir.
let me introduce Chris in 1 second and pull up his presentation. UX Bright. I'll put it in the presentation mode. And let's give a standing ovation for Chris.
We're taking a picture.
Right. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming out today and watching our presentation. I'm super excited to be connecting with the community. And just a little background about me. My name is Chris Richards, founder at UX Bright. Started the company back in 2020 after the heels of my first business, Prisma Systems, where we help automate product photography, and it's actually one of the first, or few different technology startups supported by the Illinois State Accelerator Program. And so, had some experience doing venture capital, deploying products to market, and ultimately managing business venture on the tech side. So, just a little bit about our business, right? UX Bright is a product consulting firm. We work directly with businesses to help them build new and existing products, right? So you may have existing products, we'll help you improve on it, but the whole point is to help you go to market, scale, and delight your users and their user experiences. All of it has to do with conversions, making sure that meaningful revenue actually comes from the tech. And so with our expertise, right, our expertise is really taking a concept from 0 to 1, helping folks from ideation, concept, design, implementation, and release management. So, a few of our core offerings, so you have a good idea of what are the things that we do for owners. We ultimately do build those better. So, marketing clients, right? How many of us have hired a marketing firm and spent a bunch of money and got nothing out of it, right? So we're about creating truly tailored marketing and web and digital growth strategies for our clients. You also have our biggest expertise is UX and conversions at scale. So we consult with a lot of software as a service businesses to help them extract as much as they can in terms of value out of their tech platforms. And a newer offering that we just started in recognition with the advent of AI, right, is automation as a service. This plays into some of our digital transformation initiatives that we do, where we can look at a business, help them figure out what the bottlenecks in the processes are, and ultimately implement some type of tech solutions to help self-satisfy those bottlenecks. And then we have on-demand services for folks that, hey, I just need a program to help me out here or there. So, why is it important, right? My story is a Chicago entrepreneur is very unique. I was born on the south side of Chicago. Anybody know where Coyote City is?
Outside.
get access to funding, and really make my dream a reality. And so I want to build a success framework for other entrepreneurs to also help them go to market, scale, and achieve that business success. So here's a couple of things that are going well for UX Bright. So we, since 2020, we have 120 plus clientele that we've directly serviced, and we have about 75 or so different partners that we rely on to help us scale business. And what this is really starting to morph into is not just an agency, but rather a global product development platform where individuals and entrepreneurs can come and find the resources that they need in order to make their products securely profitable. So let's talk about the challenges, right? Because it sounds glamorous, but it's not without its own challenges and growing pains. Right now, the biggest initiative that we're doing is scaling our sales team. We don't have SDRs. We call them digital growth advisors. And the idea of digital growth advisors is to be a true relationship partner for customers and what they are looking to achieve online. So we give people tailored strategies for how they should grow their business and ultimately do those recommendations. And so we're transitioning from founder-led sales, sit behind a phone call, to a multifaceted sales organization. So that's sort of the big challenges we're having right now. And then access to capital resources. You know, we're not building a highly tech-intensive or capital-intensive venture. This is a service business, and the capital investment models for these types of businesses are a little different. So that's where some of the challenges are on our side of things. And so just a very high level on where we're going. Right now, it's summer 2025, we're able to our sales organization to 8 advisors. So we're on our way to 8. And ultimately, our goal is to bring more in terms of thinking about it. And that's the goal that I think will help us solidify a baseline for achieving some of our future initiatives, which is the product development software as a service platform that we have planned out in early 2026. So, why is this the path? We recognize AI is disrupting our traditional service lines. Previously, we used to put together a full development team, but now with AI, you probably just need a handful, especially folks with AI companion company and build those things. So the landscape has changed considerably. And so we're adapting, and part of our ask from the London community is first and foremost, help us get connected with other builder communities, incubators, and accelerators. I work very closely with accelerators. It's how I was able to make my vision of a possibility, and we want to continue to support that for businesses across Chicago. So that's our big ask there. And then the last piece is helping us get connection to capital lenders that specialize in service-based agencies. We know not everybody's looking for the golden Uber exit, but realistically, as an agency, we also want to grow and have capital too, right? So that's the idea there. So thank you guys so much for the chance to present. It's my incredible pleasure, and thanks so much for joining us in the community. And so I guess we can open it up for some questions, right? And
First, let's give a round of applause. So, your primary question, yes. Now, open it up to questions.
yes.
I want to celebrate you first.
Thank you, appreciate it. Go ahead.
Great presentation. Question about recruiting process. Where do you recruit talent from?
Yeah, so earlier this year, we tried actually a technical recruitment firm to ultimately try to find those individuals, right? And sadly, that method didn't work out as well. We found that, unfortunately, some traditional HR services, they're more about filling the body, it's less than finding more dedicated personnel. So that was a real challenge. We've been looking more locally, kind of doing more personal referrals and introductions, but yeah, we're sort of still expanding our search as we speak. So great question. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a roundabout question. I'm very curious about how UX has changed with the advent of AI and how that kind of differentiates you, and with that kind of like value prop, how you can kind of pitch that to accelerators and then maybe get people interested in joining your company. So, as somebody who's done UX a lot, I'm just kind of curious about that.
Absolutely. So the question was, how does UX evolve and how are we adapting this to our buying decisions, right? So the idea for UX, right, is user experience permeates practically almost every section of business functions in the venture, right? So you have customer service, design, tech, operations, you name it, and ultimately what we do is create we're not just doing a one tech project or one design project. We're giving folks a holistic game plan to go to market and ultimately assist with those resources. So to your point, UX has evolved considerably. It's not just about fancy design and having things look good, but rather we have to get back to the fundamentals, which is how does UX create meaningful cash flow for businesses and the product. So I think as product managers, product designers, we should keep those business outcomes in mind, and that's what we focus our business on, is what are the business outcomes we're achieving first, and then implement tech second. So we're not leading with tech, and we're not leading with AI. We're AI-assisted product developers. We don't just lead with it. So, great question.
We had 2 questions. Are you focused on like specific industries or certain types of startups? And then to the question on the talent, are you looking for talent with specific experience or what type of?
Good question. Yeah. So in terms of our clientele, when we first started in 2020, we very much used to focus on make some headway in terms of either investments, then we tend to work with folks in that regard. And then, in terms of what we're looking for, the digital growth advisor is both an inbound and outbound role, but mostly it's a relationship advisor role. So, we're looking for folks that love customer relationships, maybe building their own local business and working in management with folks. So, great question.
Is your biggest talent need the advisors that you're trying to grow? And then how would you describe the uniqueness of how you titled them versus somebody who's just really sales focused?
Love that question. So that is the main need, right? We have a good network of partners already to help us fulfill our work on the operations side, but now it's just a matter of sustainable pipeline over time to make sure that partners can also be satisfied as well too. And then to that point, right? We're all about solution selling. I work in several different sales organizations, and we don't do the transactional. Hey, you want a website? Hey, you want a project? All right, here's it done, and then there you go. Like, how many of us have experienced that? You don't have anybody to really call, right? So that's it. So ultimately, what we try to do is be that product partner for folks, and we're with them with every step of the way of the journey. So even if for whatever reason if somebody doesn't know what they don't know, we're going to help give them the best resources to get to the next step. So appreciate that question. 2 more minutes.
Couple more questions. Do you mentor any of the incubators or accelerators already?
Not actively through a current program, but I do start up advising in Virginia.
So you can actually fill out an application to be a anyone. A lot of the partnerships and business comes out naturally from there too. So you can reach out for on and I can do an intro too if you want to work on it.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Kick it off.
So we are Start Smart Finance. My name is Anuj Shah. I'm actually a pharmacist by training, and I'm a co-founder of Start Smart Finance.
And I'm Danny Joseph, I'm the co-founder. I'm also in the operations side of healthcare. And our purpose behind this business was really just to have teach financial literacy to young professionals. Basically all the stuff that we never learned in school, we want to teach that to all the other young professionals.